Start finish line at Darlington. It's Chase Briscoe who wins it. Erik Jones.
After a long time of guessing and speculation, it is official. Kyle Larson has in fact been reinstated by NASCAR. Effective January 1st, 2021, Kyle Larson can resume NASCAR activities. He can go back to being a NASCAR driver or resuming being on a team, basically. So let's read the official statement. We do have some other news after we go through this Larson thing. I was actually in the middle of making a video about a report saying that Erik Jones would drive the 43 car next year. I was I had just finished filming it and I was exporting it, and then this dropped and some other news about Chase Briscoe. But we will talk about that as well. So we got a full news day today, but let's talk about the big thing, Kyle Larson. NASCAR's statement says, NASCAR continues to prioritize diversity and inclusion across our sport. Kyle Larson has fulfilled the requirements set by NASCAR and has taken several voluntary measures to better educate himself so that he can use his platform to help bridge the divide in our country. Larson's indefinite suspension has been lifted. Under the terms of his reinstatement, he will be cleared to return to all NASCAR racing activities effective January 1st, 2021. There's been so many rumors about Larson. There's been rumors about him going to the 14. That is no longer a thing. And then obviously the most realistic now, Larson to not the 48. I keep on wanting to say 48, but to the 4th Hendrick car. That is looking like the most reasonable thing here, especially with Briscoe being confirmed, all but confirmed to the 14 today, and Erik Jones being all but confirmed to the 43. That leaves Kyle Larson available. Obviously, there's probably other drivers out there, but, Kyle Larson is the best bet. Kyle Larson, there's been rumors that number is going to be the 57, the 5, the 88, the 25, every number you can think of. Not every number, but, realistically. You got old Hendrick numbers and then his dirt number, but obviously this is a big deal. Kyle Larson, we all know why he got suspended, why he was fired from Chip Ganassi Racing, and it was all justified. It was a very big mistake on his part. But I got to hand it to him. I obviously, as everyone else did, lost respect for him when that happened, but he's learned. He's learned from his mistake. He's become a better person, I believe. I think everyone deserves a second chance in their life from a mistake, and Larson's no different. And, he's gone about it, I think, after his mistake the right way. He's educated himself. He's gone to multiple diverse groups and talked to them. He's helped out people of diversity, and he's really bettered himself. And it's not like he's been going around bragging about it like, hey guys, I just went to the diversity center, here's some evidence. He deleted his social media accounts. He doesn't have a Twitter anymore. I don't think he has an Instagram anymore. He deleted all that, and if someone takes a picture of him there and posts it, he can't control that. They did, and that's how we know he did all this stuff. I think he went to Philadelphia to the NASCAR their Drive for Diversity program with a Chevy person and then some other NASCAR executive, and I think they went and talked for a bit. So Larson has really bettered himself since this incident that he had, and obviously people aren't going to forget it. It's not a question. People aren't going to forget what Kyle Larson said. What he said was absolutely stupid. It should not have been said under any circumstances, but it's really been good to see him better himself as a person, going to help people, going to educate himself and learn from his mistake and learn how that word is so hurtful, but also to learn just about different people and maybe how they're different from him and how he grew up, or from where he's from, where different people are from, that kind of thing. So I think Kyle Larson truly has bettered himself. It's not just put on this mask for show to get back into NASCAR. I think that he genuinely does care about bettering himself. So as stupid as what he said was, he really has bettered himself, I believe, and I think this was the correct decision by NASCAR. You can't suspend him forever, in my opinion, but he definitely deserved to be punished. The punishment was justified, so obviously it's going to be with him forever, unfortunately for him. But, NASCAR reinstating him is the right decision. There's no question about it. Larson made a big mistake. He owned up to it. he's bettered himself, and he's applied for reinstatement. He's gone through the process, and he's reinstated, and now he's just looking for a ride, which is most likely going to be Hendrick Motorsports, let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, the quote from Kyle Larson. Larson said, "I'm truly grateful to everyone at NASCAR and appreciative that whatever that word is, of their process. The work I've done over the last 6 months has had a major impact on me. I will make the most of this opportunity and look forward to the future." So there's Larson's quote on it. Other than that, I mean, I'll talk about him going to a Hendrick car when that news is announced. I was one of the people who thought there's this bug flying around my room, and I missed it. Anyways, you know, there's been these rumors and stuff, and I wasn't 100% sure. At first, I thought it was going to be Jones going to that fourth Hendrick car and maybe Ty Dillon going to the Richard Petty Motorsports. I saw Chase Briscoe go to the 14 90% of the time. But yeah, I really thought it was going to be Jones, but then the rumors kept on rolling in, and then they were saying Jones to RPM, and I was like, all right, this might actually happen. Larson might come back and go to the 48 or the 88 or the 5 or the 25, the 57, whatever number that fourth Hendrick car is going to be. It's not going to be 48. I keep on saying 48 because that's been the question all year. Who's going to replace Jimmy Johnson in the 48? Can you blame me for saying 48 every single time? Anyways, Larson obviously trying to get a ride, trying to get a competitive ride, and before this whole chaos ordeal happened, I had Larson go to the 48. You can look it up. I made a video about it last season. I said, hey, Jimmy's retired. I think Larson's going to go to the 48, Chastain to the 42, but you know, after that, I really didn't think he would. I wasn't even sure he would race in 2021. I didn't even, and if he did, I didn't see him getting a competitive ride. I'll admit I am a little bit surprised about that. Larson's a very talented driver. We've seen him in the Dirt Series, and especially this year, he's won like 30 out of 40 races or something, and his worst finish is third or something. He's been destroying everyone in the Dirt Series. I don't know what it's called, but from what I've seen, it's like if he doesn't win, it's a shock. He's that good. And he obviously owns a dirt team and stuff. And so, you know, he's been really focused on that right now. And I wasn't sure if he was going to rush back into NASCAR. And if he did, I wasn't sure if he was going to get a competitive ride because of of what he said was so bad. And then also just the current, you know, status, the current condition, I guess you could say, of our country with everything that's happened this year. It's just been such a crazy year in the United States, obviously, from COVID to protest about police brutality, talks about racism and all that stuff. It's been a really tense year. So I wasn't even sure if he was going to get a good ride in 2021. I was thinking if he comes back, he might go to a mid-pack team maybe. But obviously, he looks like he's going to the biggest Chevy team, Hendrick Motorsports. But yeah, Kyle Larson has definitely learned from his mistake. I think this is a good decision to reinstate him. You can't hold this against him forever. I think if he had no motivation, if he didn't try at all to learn from his mistake, then maybe I could understand holding him back and not letting him back in. But he truly, genuinely, out of what I have seen, has tried to better himself and learn from his mistake and learn about other people. So, yeah, I think this is a good decision, and I see Larson to the fourth Hendrick car now. I don't know when it's going to get confirmed. I really don't know. But, yeah, next news up is Chase Briscoe to the 14. Raise your hand if you're shocked. No? I think this is absolutely incredible. I really like Chase Briscoe. Out of what I've seen from him, he's an incredible driver. He seems like an incredible person. I mean, I just don't get how you can not like the guy. He's just a very likable guy out of what I've seen from his interviews. On the track, obviously, he's very successful. 9 wins in the Xfinity Series this year. Like, second most all time for an Xfinity regular to win in one season. So he's had a very successful season. He deserves the championship this year. He deserves this promotion, and I don't think it was a question. I think he'll do very well in that car. Briscoe to the 14 is a great move by Stewart-Haas Racing, a great move by Ford, everyone in that. I hope Chase Briscoe does really well. I really do like him. And I wish the best for him. I think he'll do really good. I hope this is a really good match for him. So yeah, Chase Briscoe is going to be a rookie next year, and he's going to be in the 14 car replacing Clinton Boyer. That's what I got on that. Nothing much else. I told you guys I would have been shocked if it was anyone else. Even if it was Kyle Larson. I know Larson and Stewart have a connection, but I would have been shocked if it was anyone else. But Briscoe to the 14, that's a great decision by everyone involved in that. No question about it. But then our final news, I made about a 10-minute video talking about this, and then bam! These next two, the Briscoe and Larson story broke. But there's rumors that Erik Jones will be going to the 43 car next year for Richard Petty Motorsports, and I'll try to condense this as much as I can, but it's unfortunate for Jones because it's such a downgrade compared to now the Joe Gibbs Racing team. He does have a couple wins, so he's won in the Cup Series before. But I think this is really good for RPM. RPM, they've had young drivers in the past, guys who have not really had experience in the Cup Series or experience with great teams like Joe Gibbs Racing with Eric Almirola and Bubba Wallace. But I think this is going to be a help. Erik Jones, he has some experience. He has, 4 years under his belt. He has 2 wins at Daytona, a super speedway. And I think Richard Petty Motorsports' best program is their super speedway program. And then also, Jones also won at Darlington. So he's won on a couple tracks, and he's won Cup races. Not a lot of guys can say that. Not a lot of guys in the current field can say that. So I think that's a really big deal for Erik Jones to be going there for Richard Petty Motorsports. It's obviously upsetting if you're an Erik Jones fan or Erik Jones, but I don't think this is a long-term thing. I don't think Jones will be in the 43 for long. I don't know how long the contract is, but I expect Jones, this to be a filler and him to wait for something up. There are rumors saying that Kurt Busch might retire here in a couple of years. Ryan Newman might retire, so he may be able to jump in a Roush Fenway car, a Chip Ganassi car, if they are to open up, so you never know. But as for sponsorship with that car, I'm very uncertain on that. I don't know which sponsors are going to go to Bubba Wallace. I don't know which ones are going to go to RPM. Obviously, they picked up a lot of sponsors over the summer, and they've had sponsors over the years like Worldwide Technology, DoorDash, Cash App, Columbia. They picked up a lot of new sponsors recently, so I really don't know which ones are going to go with Bubba to the Jordan Hamlin team or which ones are going to go to the Richard Petty Motorsports team. So it's really tough to say right now. I genuinely do not know which sponsors will go where. But as for that, again, Jones, it's a downgrade for him regardless of where he went. Joe Gibbs is arguably the best team in NASCAR, and getting booted out of that car is unfortunate. But I hope he does well at Richard Petty Motorsports. I don't see them making the playoffs unless they win a race, and I think the plate racing is their best opportunity at that. They were leading late at Talladega a couple weeks ago. Top 5 at Daytona, a runner-up in Daytona 500 a couple of years ago, and obviously Jones, a winner at Daytona, and then a runner-up at Talladega, a few top 5s at other Talladega, Daytona. So I think that's their best opportunity. But yeah, big news day, big news day. Obviously confirming the Larson reinstatement. It's been rumored that he's applied for it, and it's been confirmed that he applied for it. We weren't sure when it was going to announce, but it got announced today. Briscoe to the 14, not at all surprising. We saw that one coming. Jones to the 43, it's not like, wow! But I'd say it's a little surprising. But yeah, I think all 3 of these moves are good for someone. Larson reinstatement, good move by NASCAR. Larson really has tried to better himself ever since he said the racial slur. And then Briscoe to the 14, I think is a good move for everyone in that organization. That's a win all around for everyone. And then Jones to the Richard Petty Motorsports car, that's a win for Richard Petty Motorsports. Downgrade for Jones, but a win for Richard Petty Motorsports. So I'm interested to see how that ends up next year. Next year is going to be an interesting year. I really don't know when the next news is going to break, but if it does, I will get here to tell you about it. That's why I'm here for you. And as for the rest of this week, breaking news, obviously. What else? Real Racing 3 potentially, and then anything else that may pop up, I will talk about. I will upload a video. We will figure out. I was going to do a rant about the package today, but then all this news broke. So those of you who love this package currently, you've been spared. I may save that rant for another day, but that may be an off-season video, but you don't get to see it today. You're lucky you. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and all that.